Can you guys hear me? Oh, my fucking sinuses, man. All right, so you guys can hear me. Good, 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 good. So here's the deal. I bought a 75-foot Ethernet cord, a 75, awesome, 70, the ghost of Adam Gase. He was never fucking alive. So I bought a 75-foot Ethernet cord, and thanks, man. RXBMV CHXPV. El Chapo sent you a cool deal. So I bought a 75-foot Ethernet cord just to see if this would work, and I'm not going to fall for that, Ima. Not a third time. Um, I literally had to use every inch just to get to where I'm at. So you guys can see the arcade one-ups in the back. But yeah. So yes, those Assassin's Creed posters are going to be moved somewhere. If you guys could see this, the rest of this mess, it's a work in progress. But anyway, I just wanted to see if this worked. BHD Razix, you guys are going to see some. You guys are going to, or you're going to see a different. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I got some Mortal. You can't really see, but I got some Mortal Kombat fucking shit in the background there. I've never had In and Out. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had it. I got some Mortal Kombat figurines in the back on the Marvel thing. Mortal Kombat's right there. But yeah, and I got obviously this whole area in the front that you guys are going to see. RX, I'm going to buy both, and here's why. Here's the problem. Sony, the only reason I stuck with Sony so long is because of their exclusives like God of War, and I thought Kingdom Hearts 3 was going to be an exclusive. It wasn't, but regardless. Soggy, I'll answer that in a sec. But so also I stuck with Sony because they were the only company to have a real baseball game, The Show, and Microsoft didn't have shit. All they had was what Sony had, which was RBI Baseball, which is, I mean, it is what it is, $20. But that's why I stuck with Sony for so long. When Sony announced that The Show was going to be on different systems, okay, when Sony announced that MLB The Show is going to be on different systems, I started to rethink: do I even buy a PS5? Do I just go with the Xbox Series X? Because the Xbox Series X is going to be graphically superior to the PS5. It's going to run better than the PS5. The problem is Microsoft having exclusives compared to Sony is almost non-existent. And then I just saw a gameplay trailer for Godfall. So RX, have you seen Godfall? It's coming out. It's going to be a launch game for the PS5. And so when I saw Godfall, and then it's basically, to me, a Gauntlet Legends slash fucking, what up, M Boogie? Gauntlet Legends slash God of War slash Dante's Inferno slash, RPG type deal. Yeah, it does look sick. I saw that. And you can do online co-op online with two other people. So all three you can play against the fucking computer and shit and explore and shit together as a team. I said to myself, shit, I got to get both. I'm going to have to get both systems. You know what I mean? So I've never gotten into Resident Evil. I've seen all the movies. I never was able to really get into that game. What up, Tom? What up, Brady? Now, Soggy, yeah, favorite sports team. All Boston sports teams are my favorite. See, RX, I'm not a digital guy. Like, if you guys went to Andy VHB on the Facebook and you scroll down a little bit, you'll see what used to be my game room. And I'm never going to be, even with books, I'm never going to be a physical guy with books. I mean, a digital guy like with a Nook or a fucking whatever it's called. Amazon's fucking little thing. I can't do that shit. It has to be physical with me. Has to be. I'll have to write that. I'll have to write that down. Let me write that down. Yeah, I'll add you on PS4, man. Very rarely do I play online. It is so the Turtles one, RX. Here, I'll turn that shit on so you guys can see. It's Turtles in Time, and it's I think the arcade game. I think there's two of them. Yeah, I do play Madden. Yeah, so it's Turtles the arcade game, and then Turtles in Time. You got two of them. It's fucking. I love Turtles, man. I love Turtles was one of my favorite fucking shows growing up. But yeah, all right. So you guys can hear me, right? You guys can hear me pretty good. The idea is to be able to move this fucking laptop all the way back to where it was, which means I'm going to have to get probably 150-foot Ethernet cord. Do they even make that shit? Fennekin, I started collecting. All right. You guys ready for a story? A story, a show and tell? I'll give you guys a show and tell real quick. Gauntlet Legends is fucking sick, JH. Fucking sick. So I played Gauntlet Legends on the N64, but I also played it on the Dreamcast. Because I had a Dreamcast. I mean, I had everything when I was a kid. You know, I worked my ass off when I was 14. Get two Wi-Fi boxes. No, what is it? All right, BHD, what do you mean get two Wi-Fi boxes? What up, VWE? What do you mean get two Wi-Fi boxes? Everything is better now. We got a better angle than before. We can hear and see you clearly. Yeah. My fucking bedroom sucks. Here's the deal, though. Again, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get a longer Ethernet cord because a 75-footer, literally, I may have another inch or two. I don't have so my whole house is one level. It's one level. It's you walk in, you have a huge living room / dining room. It's like a huge open area. The kitchen's right by it. If you take a left, you go into my bedroom. If you take a right, you go down a couple steps and you're in my garage, which is where I am now. But then if you continue going down the hallway from the kitchen, you get 3 other bedrooms over down there. So it's all on one floor. What I'm going to have to do, then put one on each end. Yeah, but how big or how the problem is the length of the cord. So when you're saying put a Wi-Fi box, I don't understand. You mean an extender? What up, Verdict? All right, let me answer your question. Who asked Fennekin? Let me answer your question. Give me 1 sec. Let me show you guys something. All right, let me show you guys this. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, JH. 100-foot Ethernet cord. This was 75. I'm going to try to. I mean, 25 feet. There's no way that. Well, I'm going to go with 150 just to be safe. All right. So this game here, Ultima Ruins of Virtue for the Game Boy. See this, everybody? Fennekin, I'm answering your question as we speak. Okay? Fennekin, are you still here? Because if you are, I'll answer the question. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. Just make sure you're here. Okay. So when I was a kid, and this is what ruined RPGs for me, this fucking game right here. Okay? I'll show you guys the back of the box here. See that? Yeah. All right. So How about one Wi-Fi box in the room and the room you usually live streaming? What do you mean by Wi-Fi box? You mean an extender? I don't understand. Or you mean a router? I don't get it. So, when I was always that kid growing up that was always a step behind everybody else in school. So what do I mean? So so routers, the problem is there's no signal in here. That's the problem. I had to literally, like, I could put a router in here, BHD, but it's not going to matter because the signal in here, there is none. You can't get one. So I literally just, my router's in where the signal can come, where the router can get a signal or whatever. And so I'll just get a bigger cord. That's all. That's no big deal. Anyway. All right, so Fennekin, here's the deal. And for those of you who are watching, here's the deal as far as the game. So this game ruined RPGs for me. I was always a kid that was a system behind everybody else. So when Nintendo came out, when NES was out and Game Boy was out, I was playing these Radio Shack handhelds and shit. Not Tiger handhelds, because shit was expensive. And my mom was a single mom. So when a Tiger handheld cost $20 or $25, she bought me the Radio Shack handhelds that cost like fucking $9. You know what I mean? So that's what I fucking played when I was a kid. And then when Super Nintendo came out, and Genesis, I finally got a Game Boy. And then when N64 came out, I finally got a Genesis. And then at that point, I was 14 years old, and I was fucking getting a job and working and making my own money. So I was able to buy my own games, and then I caught up and even surpassed some of my classmates. Anyway, when I was a kid, I remember seeing this game at a Woolworths. Okay, the Woolworths. Now, back in the day, these Game Boy games, brand new, were $50. They weren't fucking $30. They were $50. Brand new game was $50. Woolworths had this on sale for like $20. And I remember my mom and my grandmother, we were at the Walpole Mall in Massachusetts. We were at the Walpole Mall, and I saw this on sale, and they bought it for me. And I had no idea what the fucking RPG was. I had no idea what the fuck all I saw from the box, I was like, oh shit, maybe it's a hack and slash. I'm thinking, back in the day, there was no internet. This was fucking 1996 and shit. The internet was literally just becoming what it is. In the first days of the internet, there was no fucking anything. So you couldn't just go online and see what the hell this game was about. You had to fucking go and figure it out on your own based on the box art and based on what it said on the back. So to me, I'm like, okay, cool. Well, here's what happened with this game. Okay, Ultimate Ruins of Virtue. Here's what happened with this game. So in this game, you had to find 7 runes, R-U-N-E-S, runes, right? 7 of them. Well, I had 6 of them. I couldn't find the 7th. I had no health left. I had no money left to buy health. I had no weapons. They were all broken. No money to buy that. And I literally called Nintendo Power, right? Back in the day, remember Nintendo Power had that 1-900 number, and my fucking mom almost beat my ass because I ended up running up like a $40 or $50 phone bill. No, I never did. Never did, yes. But I tried to figure out where the 7th rune was. Well, the guy on the phone told me that I had to go to this underwater cavern. I had to find this magical flute. Once I found the flute, I had to play some music to be able to go to the underwater cavern, have it rise from the ground, and then I could go in and get the 7th rune. Well, every time he told me where to go, I had no fucking health left, so I kept dying. This was before Game Genie and shit. So I'm like, fuck this. If this is what an RPG is, I said to myself, I'm never playing another one again. Fuck this game, blah, blah, blah. So Fennekin, when I would say 2012, right around 2012, I said to myself, you know what? How cool would it be to be able to go back in time, buy this game, and then buy a Game Boy again, and then finally beat it? Because now at this point, 20 years have passed. Or 15 years have passed. I should be able to beat it. So, or 16 at that point, 16 years have passed. So I bought a Game Boy and used, and then I saw one complete in the box, like when I first got it as a kid. And I started saying to myself, shit, that'd be fucking cool if I could get an original Game Boy with the fucking box and instructions and all that. And then I saw this game on eBay, just like it is now. And that, Fennekin, is what started me collecting all the games I used to have as a kid. I still had games at that point. I had all the games I bought in college, like for Xbox and PS2 and PS3 up until that point, and 360. But yeah, that's the story, Fennekin. To answer your question, long story short, I always had games, Like collecting games started in about 2012, and it's all because of this fucking piece of shit game here. Which, by the way, is on my channel. You can actually go to gameplay videos and see me beat the fucking thing. So I played it on my retro what the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck is that system? Never got into Mischief Makers JH, but I remember the game well. You want to sell your PS4? No. What up, Fernando? And RX, the only reason why I don't want to sell it is because I'm fucking OCD and I keep everything I have. I do have some fucking shit for sale, however. I do have some PS1 games for sale. I do have some miscellaneous shit for sale. I have a Super Nintendo. How much would an original working Atari console? Oh, nothing. Not really anything. Like, yeah, Atari 2600 by itself is probably $20. Yeah, I don't doubt it. And the reason why GameStop will only give $40, well, it depends probably on the model. If it's the first ever PS4 model, they'll probably only give you 40. But a PS4 Pro or a PS4 Slim or whatever, they'll probably give you a little bit more. But don't forget, PS5s are literally right around the corner. Xbox Series X, they're coming out in like 2 or 3 months. Yeah, it's worthless. They're really not worth that much. An Atari Jaguar is worth more than any of the other Atari systems. An Atari Jaguar complete is probably $600. An Atari Jaguar by itself, just the system, easily $300 or $400. Complete's obviously worth more. It always is. But yeah, that's as far as that goes. So anyway, that's the fucking story. I'm waiting on 2 fucking bookshelves to arrive. Once these bookshelves come in, I can rearrange all the shit that's all over the floor here. And I can show you guys, I can do an actual updated video game room tour so you guys can see everything. Saturn, I love Saturn. I loved Saturn when I was a kid, man. Fucking I loved it. And here's the deal. All of you guys probably know. Yeah, Atari Jaguar. All of you guys probably heard of Game Informer, right? Well, back in the day, if you had a Neo Geo CD, then you were fucking rich because that shit's expensive. Even like an AES and all that, that shit was expensive and still is. Saturn, okay, as far as that goes, Game Informer magazine, I had Saturn. I couldn't wait to get it. I've always, you have a Nintendo fanboy, you have a Sega fanboy. I was always a Sega guy, always have. Even though my first system was Game Boy, the Genesis made me fall in love with Sega. Oh yeah, I don't need that. BH, that'd be great, but I don't need that one. I have a Neo Geo Mini. I bought that shit when it came out. You know, like the PS1 Classic and the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic. I bought a Neo Geo Classic. I still have it in the box unopened. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was the only game that came out for the set. Oh, you want to see my Mortal Kombat collection so far? I don't know if you guys can see it. What's the one console you want now as an adult? Probably the Virtual Boy. I had that as all you guys know who followed me for a while. I literally had every system complete in the box. I had NES, I had Super Nintendo, I had Genesis, I had 2 models of the Genesis. I had the one that came with Sonic, the Model 2, and the Model 1 with Altered Beast. I had N64, I had Sega CD, I had 3DO, I had fucking Virtual Boy, I had all that shit. But I sold everything. If I could get a Virtual Boy back, I'd be cool with that. Nah, I don't need a Super Famicom. Because here's the deal. I have a Retro Pi, man. That thing is great. $500 it costs me, and I have everything on there, and I can save some shit. Well, of course I would, because I sold my collection for a lot less than that in December. I don't know. I think it's is it done? Is the game done and they're just not shipping it, or are they haven't even started GTA 6? I mean, you got to think it's the pandemic, man. You got to think a lot of these game companies, yeah, they can work from home, but they still have to pay people and shit. And the only thing I can think of is they're holding off on doing a lot of stuff because they got to see if people. I mean, they could ship GTA 6, but if nobody can afford a PS5, then nobody's going to buy the game. You know what I mean? Or Xbox, whatever the hell you're going to buy it for. But I've never been in the. So here's the deal. I'm not a Call of Duty guy. I'm not a fucking Ghost Recon guy. I'm not none of that. And the reason for that is because when I was a kid, my friend, we always slept over his house. Me and my buddies and shit growing up. And he had an N64, and all they wanted to do was play GoldenEye. Well, number one, I fucking sucked at GoldenEye, and number two, not only did I suck, but it's no fun when you're getting your ass killed by literally everybody in the room. And I just said, fuck first person shooters. KFC fries. That shit is horrible. All right, RX, I'm going to try to turn the camera a little bit. This is not my entire Mortal Kombat collection. See if I can even do this. You guys can't see. Yeah, you guys can't see. Okay, I'll try to tell you guys what's on the top. So on the top, I have the 3 Pixel Pals. I have Scorpion, Raiden, and Sub-Zero. Those are the only 3 Pixel Pals that came out for Mortal Kombat. Up top, I have a pop double pack of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I have a sealed Mortal Kombat X for the PS4. I have a sealed Mortal Kombat 9 with the Scorpion and Sub-Zero statues for the PS3. And then that's obviously the Mortal Kombat 11 Collector's Edition up there. Can't hear that well. Fuck. All right. I got to get the. Hold on a minute. Let me get the microphone. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Can you hear? Hold on. Hello, hello, hello. No, it's not. Why the fuck? Yeah, but the question is it going through the microphone or is it going through the microphone on my computer? Hold on. Let me turn this around. Let me see if you guys can hear. Can you hear now? I'm from Baltimore. Can you guys hear me through this microphone now? Yeah. See, microphone's plugged in, but it's not. It's because it still has the fucking computer mic. Hold on a minute. This is bullshit. Why is this shit impossible to do? All right, hold on. I got to figure out how on earth I can. Hold on a minute. Is there a way to switch? Is there a way to switch the microphone midstream? Is there a way to do that? Camera and microphone. Okay, well, why can't I figure this shit out?